Oh, well, full time. Betway Premiership. Stop the clock, ref. Stop the clock. It's over. They can't do anything. They huffed and they puffed. They couldn't bring the house down, and they were at home, it seems, apparently. Kaizer Chiefs won, Orlando Pirates 2 in the Betway Premiership. The dress rehearsal for the Nedbank Cup final. Yeah, was it ever in doubt, Mr. Coach?
Coach, I'm fit. Some things you just can't lie to yourselves about, dog.
Yep.
This team has been terrible the whole season, and then Kabaniki Derby occasion.
Yeah, they couldn't steal this one. You can buy the referee, but you cannot lie to the football gods, and they have spoken. Player ratings show, stay tuned. Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. Just before we kick it off, hit the like, hit the subscribe to be notified, and share namapaganeya so we can grow the community. Danko in advance. It's all about faith too. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Happy People TV Orlando Pirates fan channel. Yeah, let's rate these players, Mr. Coach. The derby has ended and we have to have our say. Let us begin with the goalkeeper, of course, Sipo Chain. How do you feel about his performance today?
Back to his regular settings. Wasn't really tested, to be honest. I think it was once Will Lepo in the 6-yard box got I think a header onto that ball. Very good save from Chain there, but otherwise he owned it. I think even aerially we were uncomfortable watching, but he dealt everything quite well. So Chain 7.5 performance.
7 performance. I feel like Sipo Chain 7 actually sounds perfect to me, actually. Yeah, he did everything that was needed of him. I don't want to say too much, but yeah,
managed the game well.
When you said back to regular settings, that's actually the thing that I was thinking of. Vele.
Yeah,
managed the game pretty well, Mr. Chain. All right, cool. Then, of course, we shall move into the defense. But full backing kappa, even in the middle, is fine.
Yeah, wherever.
Bandile Shandu, mixed performance for him today, no?
Kind of. I thought he was really good in the first half. Really good. They just couldn't get any output. They couldn't create something that we can point at in the first half. But I think between him and Nkota, they were doing the traditional winger cutting, underlapping pretty well. So I thought Shandu gave a good performance. Second half, not so much. Modi kind of got the better of him maybe once or twice. Lepo started to drift towards the left and maybe got to beat him once. I think, I don't know. The second half, he actually started to struggle, especially with that battle. So I think he got a 6.
Yeah, for me, I feel like there are some aspects that he would earn something more than a 6 at, but some aspects where he struggled. But I think I even was saying during the watch along, one of the better performances, I'm actually going to give him a 7. So I think we'll have an average of 6.54.
Yeah, very fair. Yeah. Especially because going forward, he was really good. He was actually really good. So good to see him have that kind of performance.
Decent going forward, Rob. Decent, yeah. So 6.5 of that. Chapo Tapelo Kogi
stood away from the cameras. They stepped away from the limelight. Just got his job done. Good performance, Kapelo Kogi. I think he earns his 7. Didn't get beaten. I thought he closed down a little bit better. Chiefs are nothing. Here and there, but yeah, I thought he closed down really well. So.
You know what? I will. You know what? Obviously, he wasn't tested to any huge degree. Granted, cool. For him, even when he makes mistakes, you can give him a 5.5. So, Mr. Coach,
I thought he made only one mistake. In fact,
yeah.
And we didn't get punished from it. That's why I get it.
One more.
One of his better performances.
Yeah, I feel it's 7. Yeah, it's fine.
Like I said, now if I have nothing to say about Kogi, then at least everything was fine.
Yeah,
kept out of the kept. In fact, about like you know, I got a good decent hand
Yeah.
on that ball. So yeah,
No, that's a very positive of you, Mr. Coach.
I don't hate the
cool.
man.
Yeah, no, 7 it is in fit too. Aha, another game for TLB.
Good for his confidence this game. TLB. First of all, I would
Mm.
say I think 7.5. I really I'm not sure where I'll land there, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll see where 7.
We'll
Like,
see how it sways.
yeah, we'll see how it sways. Honestly, I thought he did well. Not tested too much, but dealt with the ball over the top quite well.
Mm-hmm.
There was no threats in terms of striker Lelepo. Just that one moment where he got the goal, but not his fault there. So,
What do you mean? Well,
how the goal came?
yeah.
The goal came from the left hand side, but Marco gave away possession at the wrong time of the game, so it was a quick chance or a quarter. But otherwise,
Yeah.
Mbogazi was pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
Really good game.
Definitely not a bad performance. So,
7.
7 in it. Yeah. I don't think 7 is too bad. I would give him a 7.5. Let's not forget how young he is. We didn't miss SBC as much as we thought we would. Is that more because he had a better performance, or is it more because how do you feel like we dealt with the aerial balls? I think we'll still give him the 7.5.
He won his aerial battles, bro. I'd love to know the numbers.
Even
Actually,
Ogi did. Yeah, it says here in terms of it's got aerial duels 1. It says 1. I mean, ground duels 1.
Unbeaten
4
in
out
the
of
air.
5. No, it says actually 0 out of 1. So you know, Silver score sometimes in a little but inaccurate. But yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, like you said, not the greatest of opponents. So Fede, yeah, Fede. So Mr. Marco, so yeah, that's 7.5. I get it. Mr. Marco, the computer doesn't he own a goal today?
That goal, Vetukia High, poor of him to lose the ball like that. Or give the ball away, in fact. I thought we did that maybe once or twice in this game where we were trying to play out at the wrong occasions.
Sure.
And the real pyramids that I have PTSD from those kinds of mistakes. And I saw us do it once or twice. Which for me just felt unnecessary to invite that kind of pressure, that third pass in our own box.
Yeah.
So
when we're feeling superior, we tend to play like that, bro.
Yeah, I thought that was poor of him. So otherwise, I thought he had a very good game. Nothing. I don't know about very good actually. He had a good game. He didn't. He was quiet after that. Didn't give us too much going forward until he got pulled out. Yeah, actually, Marco probably not won't be his favorite derby. That's for sure. So
yeah,
5.
Yeah,
I think you're under 5.
I'll say 4.5. So we'll land on that 5. It's fine. It's
Look,
fine.
I hope he got pulled off early and it's a rough time, innit?
Yeah. Half time.
5.
So, but that was more of an attacking change. But I did say, he wasn't doing enough going forward, and he was doing too much at the back. He wasn't keeping it simple. Yeah, I feel like positional awareness, Sharpa. Like I was trying to say now, he was doing too much. So
no, he was sloppy here and there.
I
got down to 4.5 actually, overrated at 5. Sorry.
4.5, you say?
4.5, yeah.
I had faded. So he seems to be the weak link there at the back. Chain 7, 6.5 Shandu, 7 Mbogazi, and 7 Kogi, 7.5 Mbogazi, and Marco 4.5 for weak link. No, it's fine. No, dog, you like him, and he might never return to his prime. Very mixed, mixed performance for Talent Mbata. First off, was hiding. Yeah, he didn't try enough. He didn't impose himself properly, and yeah, along with that hiding, I'd give him like a 4.5 for the first half. Came into the game in the second half. I think it was probably the tactical change that helped. Did a lot more. So overall, he's lucky enough to get a 6.5. especially for second half.
I'm starting to question talent and Mfethu in the long term. Honestly, it has been way too many questions in for one season. For
Too
my
many questionable games, bro.
for way, especially because we rely on him so much. It's almost, I think he wants to do the right thing on the ball, but geez, that first half for me he was poor. Shot is Makaula straight. He had to do double the job now. Yes, he won the ball once or twice. He gets the secondary assist for Mahopa's goal. But apart from that, he was just not Maki Samfetu. I don't like when he finally started showing up a little bit late. Yeah, for me, I would round him up to a 5.5. It's just not good enough, honestly, bro.
Average.
Losing a midfield battle to Chiefs.
Not
Yusuf
good
Mart.
I mean, like I said, that was mostly first half fun now.
Yeah. And second half, yes, with the Lions' share of the second half.
Yeah.
Not thanks to his display type of thing.
I'm trying to make the case that maybe the tactical change, or you're not convinced by my whole thing, or maybe tactical change.
It helped him, yes. It helped him because we took charge of the midfield.
Yes. And so he was allowed more to shine now.
In the first half, if we're having less of the ball, I still expect my midfielder to be very clearly working and very clearly getting stuck in there. So
yeah, going forward and going backwards. So you say 5.5, huh? 5.5, huh? So that would average it to go 5 almost. If like I ended up giving him a 6, ne? I said lucky enough for a 6.
Yeah, so
5, so it's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6. I don't agree with the 6, but I'll take it. All this works.
Yeah, bid. And then his partner there in the middle also had a mixed game. I think it was the same thing. Like the whole midfield turnaround, it affected everybody. We lost the midfield battle completely until we had Lamini in there. Makaula was trying his best to go up and down, but he was being overrun. In the second half, magnificent. He was my man of the match, actually. So I'll give him an 8.
In the first half of it, talent talent again. And he was doing. He ended up doing just strictly dirty job only, having to cut out things that had been lost. And when we grew into the game from about 30 minutes, he started to pick up as well. Started getting involved. You know the thing here, Makaula is not a good passer of the ball. I'm actually completely over that. Over the last couple of weeks, couple of months,
he has his times.
He has developed. Look, he's not gonna give you a 30-meter pass.
He's not Vitin, yeah.
No, I guess it's a 30-yard pass, but
yeah,
he's pass completion. Keep it ticking, and
Wow.
I salta by sideways. Look, like actually quite a number of forward passes. So, yeah, I thought he done pretty well. Makaula, I would give him a 7.5.
Away.
In the second half, actually, I would have gone 7. I think 7.5 is a bit much. 7 because in the first half he suffered. Not his fault, but he also struggled.
We will average it at 7.5. The boy genius Coco Melon. What a game from Nkota today. I think you also cited him as your man of the match.
Yeah, he was definitely my man of the match. I thought he played well. Nkota could have even done better. I like the way he's beating his men. I mean, I said it quite a number of times. Got
him sent off.
Yeah, got him sent off. He beat him twice, and that was that. I've been saying this, and it was good. You know, when you have a weak fullback or a weak link in a team, don't know about expose Ankir. I would love to see us also expose such weaknesses.
The weak
on their side. So
yeah,
I thought Mhau did well. Sharp decision making. He could have gotten a goal or two himself.
Yeah,
and could have provided a goal or two. Especially in the second half, decision making him sharp. So
yeah,
and it kind of took away from his rating. He would have even gotten a higher rating in my book, but I think a 7 is fair.
I think a 7 is fair. I think the fact that this performance, as dope as it was, he gets a 7. It just tells you how good he is, and I like the fact that he's growing game by game, bro. Keep moving, keep pushing. Mr. Nkota. And I just wanted to touch on Mufokeng, ne?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna end up rounding up his performance because whatever in the first half he was struggling, and I'm sure coaching against struggling. He was actually having a bad game, not able to influence it because we lost the midfield battle. And Lena, doesn't really do well when it comes to dropping deep. He's not that kind of player. He needs to be in the final third in those pockets. So they changed at halftime. Kudos to Jose for changing it on time. Once he moved on to the left, he took control of that side. We provided a lot more threats. And you can even see with the goal, Hot was able to drive into that area because Mfokeng was also kind of occupying the play on the right hand, on their right hand side, on our left. So it gave room for Hot to make the run into the middle, and great awareness for him. Also named Kaganyana, that ball, great awareness for him to come on and finish that ball. So he's a player for the big stage, man. I think the more supporters in the in the stands, the better for him. And great, one of those experiences that we'll always remember. It's great to see a player like him develop and become what he is. So I thought he had one of his better performances today, but again, a second half and the first half in Sokola. So for me, it rounds it up to winning goal 8.
I can't fight with you too much there. I feel like his maturity takes his performance, his maturity and the goal. I think, Vela takes it from a 6 to an 8. No other way to say it. I think.
How also kind of wasted a few of his good secondaries because he had a few passes that he got out to Mhao that I thought were very beautiful. This place. I felt like nothing came of them, but there's one thing that I love about Mfokeng, that in every performance, even when he struggles, you can always pick out 2 or 3 very good moves from him, and he had way more than that. Today, so that was dope.
Yeah. I mean, if that's an 8 for Mfokeng, then what's a 9? What's a 10? You know, I mean, obviously
he's got the winning goal at the end.
That's what I'm saying. That's how dope he is. That him scoring that winning goal, he still gets just an 8. I am pretty sure at the beginning of the season, he gets a much higher mark there.
Yeah. At the very beginning, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And Tabaya high on the 10, it's not really his fault. You know?
Coach, yeah.
Yeah, especially because he gave him nothing to work with. Sure. So, yeah, very mature to be able to switch positions like that. I mean, I cry about Hoto being able to do that all the time. And here he is. Like, him struggling there was different from when he struggled against Al-Ahly?
Early in the season. Yeah.
He tried to basically screw himself into the 10 back then. Now he has learned to. Even if they put me in the 10 with Hoto, we are drifting, Chief. We are drifting.
Yeah, I think it's in this game, the 10 is not necessarily being in the 10. It is that the ball was not getting there at all.
Yeah. Midfield battle completely lost.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't rely on talent that you go from the back.
Yeah.
So many passes. I can score talent.
Dion Hoto from left wing to right to left back.
For me, Dion Hoto is the same old story every game now. Tired of the story. The effort is there. We're busy with it. He's getting stuck in there. He's getting involved. But the final product for me does well to get us into the area for the second goal, the winning goal. I'm happy with that. But he actually almost screwed it up as well. Again, in quarter, I mean, Mfokeng did well to take responsibility more. So, 6.
I'll give him a 7. Average 6.5. Mahopa!
KP7, that one.
It's a 7. Okay.
2 song.
Evidence. That's a 6.5 average, isn't it? Dog.
I don't endorse this. I just wanted to be out there. Evidence played the role of a striker tonight. I thought he did pretty well.
True.
I love it when he does his job. Bafana makes exposure, but I'm not gonna dwell on that. Does really well for the goal. To get the goal, he gets himself in the perfect position in between two defenders and the goalkeeper. Perfectly weighted pass from Nkota, but Lena he did really well there. Finished clean as well. Should have a praise. Unacceptable what I saw. I can see Tyler 2v1. Otherwise, yeah, I know he did his thing, so I'll give him a 7.
You know what? I like that he did a lot, and he never seemed to run out of energy. And there are those through balls at Kotumahopa that you lose hope.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the hope was not lost too early, and he was actually catching up. And yeah, I think he put himself about quite well. He looked energized, we just spoke about how the tactics went right for the midfield in the first half. Yena, in his position, he was doing the best he could for most of the game. How long did he play for? He played for 88 minutes. Yeah, basically the whole game. So I feel like, yeah, he put himself about well. Can't fault him for today's performance. If it was the first time I saw him and I was scouting, I would say, this guy can see. So I'll give him a 7.5. And that would be the starting lineup, everybody. Yeah, it looks like good ratings, Mr. Coach.
Hey, yeah, Mahopa, I will accept it because Ukoril still feels inflated to me.
You gave him a 7.
Yeah, it ends up at 7.
Yeah. Keep the 0.5 feeling inflated, I would. And then average around the whole squad.
Leaho inflated.
47 is great, though.
It's all good, it's a reflection of the club we're playing for the Chiefs.
Yeah, true that. Let's go over to the bench. So obviously the man who made a big difference that we have to mention is Shenko. Came on halfway through the game. How do you feel about his performance?
Shenko did really well. He gave us everything we were missing on the ball. He was able to move the ball around. And yeah, he played like a number. He played like an 8 more than like a 10. I think that's what we needed. He was able to bridge the gap that Mbata was failing to do. So
yeah,
I thought he done pretty well. I would give him even a 7.5 Shenko. Quite instrumental in that second half. I think Jose took the plan finally because we know Shenko can't start games. Put him on at half time.
I think it was also you give him a 7.5. Yeah, I think I agree with the 7.5, but it was also a reflection of the opposition, I'll say.
Yes.
But yeah, for him to change the game, he changed the game. He was given a job in another game where Jose does the same thing. We might be asking ourselves, why is he taking out and Marco was doing well, if he doesn't do the job. So I feel like because he was brought on for a specific reason and he solved the issue, he deserves a 7.5 Danko. Between the Radio Man, Lozi, and Selepe, is there anyone you want to give an individual rating or honorable mention, or would be good?
Well, they didn't get enough minutes. Asian Rosie looks like he's struggling to find his feet, fair but we'll give him, obviously he has our backing, full support. We have seen that the quality is there, especially in the CAF Champions League games that he played. So I think it's a matter of match fitness and maybe confidence because he gets skinned, but that's all right. So he's still a very young player to be worked on. Otherwise, babang,
true that. He did have one chance, but yeah, I think they all deserve 6s, and then Jose maybe a 5.5, I guess. Cool. Jose, a game of 2 halves. How do you rate his lineup and in-game management?
A little bit surprised by the lineup, even more surprised by the bench. I think I'm going to start looking at the bench when I judge Jose. Question again,
Yeah.
when I look at his bench.
Okay.
So for me, it's a 7 performance. We got the point.
Uh-huh.
Or we got the maximum points. We won the game. Should be doing better with that kind of Chiefs. Honestly, should be much better than that. But we'll take the win. Kudos, very good of him to be brave enough to make the change at halftime.
Yeah.
Yamafuking thought it was probably the wrong decision to start like that in the first place. So shout out to him for having the awareness early enough to make the change. Kudos to him again. Shout out, man.
Away. Yeah, also, I'd like to give him, you know what? I'll give him a generous 8, bro. I'll give him a generous 8 because he needs it, Mr. Coach. Don't ask me.
That's not what we're here for.
He needs it, Mr. Coach.
That's not why we're here.
Okay, he deserves a 7 for not killing them from the beginning, right? But I give him an 8 for the amount of baggage. So the baggage was what? The baggage was no. The baggage was that we were having our heads down, right? We were confident in this game, right? But we wouldn't have been too surprised with an upset, right? So I think the fact that it looks like he's re-rallied the troops. I don't know if the absence of Tito has anything to do with the mentality issue that we've been complaining about. That looks to be at least remedied to a certain extent. So for that is why I have to give him that extra 0.5.
In the halftime, with the halftime whistle, he might have come down on their mind. Certainly hope. Was that team that I saw in the first half, now they still have a mentality problem.
For me, it was a tactical issue. Dog, Chiefs came into the game with more energy than us. Remember, we played a midweek game. What I saw was not a mentality difference; it was an energy difference. But maybe mentality. But for me, the way the game flowed, in hindsight, a lot of games flow like that, where one team is on top at the beginning, and then there's that shift of momentum between teams. One comes out of the traps early. Oh, they look like they're huffing and they look like they're puffing, and then the better team just prevails. So that's how I saw the game. I'm just saying, that kind of thing, as the better team, you still need to be. Remember, we were saying, you can have the quality, but the one team beats the next team when they can match them at least for effort on top. So, for us to start with same team, unchanged squad, when they have more energy and they come out of the traps, and then we still equalize during the first half. In hindsight, I've got no issues with the mentality. I feel like he has rallied the troops. That's where my 8 for Mr. Jose comes from, man, and he needs it. So yeah, that's the average of 7.58 or whatever it is.
7.5. I want to endorse him in the ratings.
Guys, how do you rate Jose and the technical stuff, guys? Hey, Mona, win is a win, Mr. Coach. Win is a win, Mr. Coach. Hey, and let's not forget that you must get points for in-game management.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
That's why 7.
Cool. No problem. I endorse your 7, Mr. Coach. We're not referee.
Mr. Ref. Hey, Mr. Ref. Now na penalty ki winning da ne baka na barka yona. I'm back Chiefs. I won, but I'm pretty sure that was a penalty. Let us out with that. No offside calls. I thought he kept the game going as much as he could. 8 minutes a second half, as if I know Chain was injured for a while, but that was not 8 minutes worth. Otherwise, yeah, because of that penalty, I am going to be very lenient to him.
And he gave us
8, Mr. Ref.
Very good judging of the 2 yellow cards.
yes.
We called it. He concurred. 8.
8 mistakes.
from the refereeing officials. What are your ratings? Please tell us in the comments, guys. Orlando Pirates 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1. Doesn't it feel good to say it?
It always feels good, Soweto Chiefs and Fit. Always.
Yeah. Danko Mapagania. Mr. Koji, how do you want to close it?
We won a game that we should have won. I'm very proud of the boys. Thank you very much. Namapagania, who turned up to FNP Stadium. Always great to see that kind of turnout. Let's keep on forward. Just on your way out, please smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you in, I think, what's next? Big 3 on Monday. See you there.
Danko.